Me, myself, and I. It's me, myself, and I. Me, myself, and I. It's me.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was loud. That was loud. Hello? 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 Can you hear me? Are we good to go? Good to go, Corey? Sound good? Alrighty. It's still loud. Oh, no. Hello? Is it just me? Is it me, myself, and I? Hello. Hello, everyone. Greetings, MMIkers. Welcome to Me, Myself, and I, episode Cuarenta. And I know what you guys are thinking. Where's Chet? Where is Chet? How come you're not calling Chet? How come Chet's not delivering the wonderful house announcements? Because Chet is drunk off his ass right now. He couldn't even call me back. So that's why I'm doing this intro talking about Chet. I wish Chet was around. He was supposed to do this wonderful scripture about the book of Hank and everything. And, you can only do so much. So pray for Chet. Make sure he gets better because he's really wasted. And God bless you, Chet. Just don't do meth. That's all I ask. So welcome, everybody. Welcome to another exciting episode of Me, Myself, and I. And I want to welcome our wonderful producer, Mr. Cory Vincent. Cory, how you doing?
Oh, man. I'm actually relieved. I had enough Chet last week.
Yeah, I think we all did.
Yeah.
I think and I'm holding this right here, folks, and I put it in my Instagram page. There's a bottle of whiskey that I'm holding right now, and it's 11 o'clock, and I've got a new respect for you, Cory.
I've been living my life different, man.
Ever since Chet, huh?
Ever since Chet, he actually he did leave one of his pamphlets about Hank behind, and I started reading it.
No Hank behind.
At first, it was like a joke. I started reading it, thinking like, oh, maybe it'd be ironic type of thing. But actually, the Church of Hank has some very good points about day drinking, and the benefits, the health benefits.
I really like this Jeremiah Weed sarsaparilla whiskey. That's like some saloon whiskey.
Take a swig.
No.
No?
It's,
I mean, Hank would have wanted you to.
It's 35%, and I got to pick up my kids later on. So
there's responsibility.
There is. But look, it says perfect for your mouth. Do you mind if I sniff it?
Just sniff away.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You're not going to cancel the show?
No.
Oh.
It's like do you ever have the Not Your Dad's root beer?
Yeah,
it
smells just like it.
It's like a whiskey root beer. You drink it straight, doesn't need ice, doesn't need water.
I like that.
It's dangerous.
I like that. I like dangerous whiskey because you don't get angry. You just find out like all of a sudden you're like, holy crap, I'm drunk. Where the hell did that come from?
Exactly.
You ever had a Pendleton?
No.
Oh, okay, folks, MMIkers. Pendleton whiskey is amazing. It's 40% alcohol. It's from Canada, and it's produced, or I guess they sell it in Oregon, off of Hood River, right over there. But excellent whiskey. You only have to take sips of it because again, it's 40% alcohol, and it's smooth. You don't even need it on the rocks. Just have it neat, and just drink it, and you're like, holy crap, I'm drunk. And I didn't even realize it.
My wife's parents last Christmas, it came up that I've been drinking more whiskey instead of beer, and they were like, "Oh, well, we happen to have a bottle of whiskey." And they pulled out the ladder, went to the very top shelf, and pulled out this bottle, and it looked like a relic. It looked like something you'd find, I don't know, buried.
Like in Dark Knight, Demon Knight?
Yeah.
Remember that movie, Demon Knight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like they're going to pop the cap and a genie's going to come out. Like, it was that cool.
Nice.
And they poured it and said, like, yeah, this has been in the family forever. None of us like whiskey, but this bottle's like a million years old.
Holy
Try it.
crap.
And it was the smoothest, best, like, it had like a caramel nutty type flavor to it. I only had like that much because I didn't want to like ruin their family legacy by drinking their
getting all wasted off of it.
Yeah. But it was insane. As easy to drink as this sarsaparilla, even better. Like I'd never had anything like it before.
I have a wonderful amount of respect for people with a high class of whiskey. Like if people they can be the biggest jerks in the world. They could be obnoxious, annoying. But once I find out they love whiskey or scotch, I'm like, you're not that bad of a person because you have class.
Yeah.
Somewhat class.
Yeah.
So I don't hate you on that. And speaking of not hating on that, it's time for the podcast of the day.
Sorry, I didn't have the soundboard.
You know
ready.
what? Corey is busy, folks. Yeah. You have no idea how busy this man is. Corey is extremely busy all the time. Like, he lives at the studio, and then I show up. I'm like, hey, can you do a million things at once? He's like, Mike, I'm trying to control the world, and it's not helping. So it's okay. Don't worry about the mistakes. We just roll with it. One more time. Time for the podcast of the day.
Womp, womp.
Bam, bam, bam. The podcast of the day that I highly recommend everyone to listen to, subscribe, is Armchair Expert with Dax Shepard. That's right. Actor Dax Shepard has a podcast, and it's pretty good. It talks about he's going to have musicians on there. He's got actors on there. He's got basically a collective of cultural people on there, and his first episode has his wife, Kristen Bell, on it, and they talk about acting and all that wonderful stuff. So, highly recommend it. Subscribe to that, and then come back and subscribe to mine. Please come back and subscribe to mine. Okay. That was the podcast of the day. So, Corey, did you see Black Panther yet?
No, not yet.
Are you looking forward to it?
Yeah.
I didn't hear. Yeah, there's not much enthusiasm behind that, sir.
I don't know. When anything gets overhyped, I get angry and skeptical. And I know it's going to be great. It'll probably be a good movie. Now it's been so overhyped that I just don't know if it could live up.
I think it'll live up. I think I haven't seen it yet because I always wait till the hype dies down, and I don't like crowds. I mean, I love performing in front of crowds, but I don't like to be around crowds all the time because people act all crazy. But I'm looking forward to this one. It looks good. I know the whole story of Black Panther. I've seen the Avengers or Ultimate Avengers, the animation movie with Black Panther in it, and it was really good, great story. And then, he translated well in Civil War, and I think it's going to be great. But it's such a weird cultural phenomenon now. Now people are excited to vote. I read somewhere that people are excited to vote now because of Black Panther movie. Hey, more power. Yeah, people are excited to vote and get into politics.
They understand that politics isn't like Black Panther where the presidents fight each other and then the winner becomes the president.
I think that's where it's going. I think that's where our society is going. No one would ever thought a reality star would be president.
Yeah.
And now we have to fight to the death for the next president.
I
would vote for that.
I was going to say, saying it out loud, it actually didn't sound like a terrible idea.
I would vote for that. If it comes down to the final four, it should be an elimination chamber match.
The Rock.
The Rock. I don't want to vote for The Rock.
Come on. He's The Rock.
No. I'm
guy.
done. I'm done with all these reality stars. I'm done with them. I'm done with famous people trying to... Just because they have one good speech, like Oprah, she had one great speech, and now everyone's like, you should be running for president in 2020. Really? After one good speech?
Well, The Rock has had many good speeches, though.
Yeah, but that's The Rock, and I don't know.
I don't want Dwayne Johnson as president.
You just want The Rock?
I want The Rock.
You want him to raise the people's eyebrow?
Yeah.
And
The Rock says this.
Now, The Rock is going to lower down gas prices.
Yeah.
Do you smell what The Rock is cooking? Because we're using biodegradable fuel. Why are there shoes here? What the fuck, Corey?
Things have gotten weird.
What the hell? Folks, I'm sorry. I was under this table. There's two shoes under here. There's a half-drunken open bottle of whiskey. What did you guys do at the VGB Studios?
Things are just getting weird.
Dude, this is kind of creepy, but all right. I respect it. Whatever. But The Rock wouldn't have that.
I think he would.
Do you think he would have shoes lying around?
Yeah.
Who would be his vice president? There wouldn't be a vice president. That's what it would be. Mankind. It would be The Rock. And The Rock says. That's a horrible.
We can bring back the Rock and Sock connection. Mick Foley, vice president.
Mick Foley in his cabinet.
Yeah.
No. Here's a good one. You want to go old school. You want to be part of his cabinet administration? The Nation of Domination.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Farouk
is his Secretary of Defense.
D'Lo Brown
is in charge of air pollution.
Yeah, there we go.
Because he flies. For all you non-wrestling fans, I apologize.
This makes no sense.
It makes no sense. But for wrestling fans that enjoy it, you guys are like, yeah. So
who was the last one? Kama?
Mark Henry.
Owen Hart? was in
Yeah,
that?
Owen Hart was in it too.
Yeah.
He's going to be the Secretary of Treasure
There he is.
because he's a nugget.
Well, he's dead, but
Well, I didn't want to bring down the room, but
sorry. Yeah.
it's all right. Have some whiskey. Baseball season's around the corner. Are you excited?
No.
What?
Sorry, not a baseball guy. I'm a millennial. I don't pay attention to baseball.
I like baseball. I like, I think the older I'm getting, the more I can really sit and enjoy. Like, I used to hate watching it on TV. It's so boring. It's like, swing on a mess. And a swing on a mess.
Yeah.
And, on the outside. But now, maybe it's because I'm older and I like drinking scotch and whiskey. I can sit down and watch baseball and enjoy it because it's my own little world. And I don't know. I don't know. That's where I'm going with that.
Isn't there more entertaining stuff for you to watch though? Like that. That would
I
be
think
my
that's
own thing.
I think that's why I like it because there's so much in your face distraction, entertaining stuff, and this is like a complete different.
So you can chill.
It's a good chill. I mean, don't get me wrong. I can't watch 9 innings of baseball day in, day out. I can't. I'll watch the highlights. I'll watch it. And you know what's so funny? I always get really, really excited about baseball season. By July, I'm burnt out by it because there's so many fucking games. There's so many games, but I have to claim it because I love my A's, and I know my A's are not going to do well this year. But that's okay because my A's are my A's for a reason, and you have to be an A's fan to respect the A's. Everyone else like, I can't believe you don't like the Giants. No, I don't like the Giants. I don't like it, but I like the Dodgers because people that are Giants fans hate the Dodgers, and it really hurts their feelings that you like the Dodgers. So, go Dodgers.
I never got it. I feel like.
Because Giants and Dodgers are like huge rivalries.
Oh, okay, but I mean,
Huge.
like sports in general. Like, isn't this like the worst year for even the NFL?
Everything's bad. Everything's falling apart. We try even wrestling. Wrestling's bad now. Baseball's bad. Movies are you gotta go above and beyond to make people just go to the theaters. No one wants to go out anymore. People don't even go to comedy shows. I mean, they do, but then they don't. This is what I always hear at a comedy show. Oh, man, you're performing here this week? Oh, I would definitely be there. I'll totally be there. And then the last second, man, I wish I could be there. Let me know when your next one is. And everyone keeps hounding you. When's your next one? When's your next one? When's your next one? When's your next show? I get it. It's hard for people to go out. It is. And it's tough. Our whole world's falling apart. It sucks. It sucks big time. Speaking of sucking, we might as well talk about it. Might as well talk about the elephant in the room, ladies and gentlemen. The Florida shooting. It's but this one's different, and I'm sorry that the people of Florida have to experience this shit. I'm sorry that the students have to experience this shit. I'm sorry that there has to be another argument about gun control and mental illness. I'm sorry as an adult that adults everywhere are not taking action. I'm sorry that we are allowing these kids to be the front runners of taking action. As an adult, we shouldn't have to have kids give 10-minute speeches about gun reform and about mental illness and have them doing research about the NRA and anything like that. It sucks. It really. I'm embarrassed as an adult. I really am. Because if you haven't seen it, there's these the surviving kids at the Florida shooting. They're going to be the front runners of America because they're finally taking action. They're finally saying that this is the last school shooting. We're not going to be a statistic. We're going to make this happen. We're going to make changes. This one girl, Emma Gonzalez, she gave a 10-minute speech. Did you see that speech yet?
I saw like the highlights of it.
Oh, my God. I saw the whole thing. 10-minute speech about gun reform, about how President Trump took, nearly $30 million from the NRA for campaigning. And that's why all these politicians are saying thoughts and prayers, and that's it, because they're all funded by the NRA. And I get it, gun owners. I'm with you, okay? I understand, gun owners. I know you want your guns. You care about your guns. You got to hang on to those guns. I get it. You want to be a gun owner. You're responsible. But it's we got to think about something else. Yes, it's a mental illness problem as well. And besides, yes, it is a mental problem. The kid that shot up the place, Nikolas Cruz, he was on. Everyone knew what type of person he was. People reported him. He went on YouTube and says, "I want to grow up to be a professional shooter." Okay, he's been reported. FBI, all of us dropped the ball on this kid. All of us did. And the ones that have to suffer are the fallen victims, the 17 kids that lost their lives. The neighbors, his family. They saw him reloading and unloading and reloading and unloading in his room. What kind of kid does that with an assault? I've never touched an assault rifle in my entire life. But this kid has access to an assault rifle? Think about this, ladies and gentlemen. All right, think about this, Emma Mikers. A 19-year-old kid has access to an assault rifle, but yet he's not old enough to drink. Doesn't anybody see any fucked up? Doesn't the law seem fucked up because of that? A 19-year-old kid can purchase an assault rifle fully loaded without a permit, without identification, but he can't drink. You can harm yourself. No, you can't. You can harm others, but you can't harm yourself because that's against the law and we don't want you to do that. I was listening to Joe Rogan podcast the other day, and it said he was doing some statistics. They said there are more guns than there are humans on this planet. Let that sink in for a little bit. And again, gun owners, I'm not here to say take our guns and ban them, but something needs to happen for these children. Every children everywhere. I remember my first mass shooting was Columbine, 1999. I was shocked. I was afraid. I had no idea. I was confused. I thought people were going to come to our house or our school and shoot it up. I thought that was going to happen. And nothing happened since then. That was, 1999. Now it's 2018, and nothing's happened since. Not one law has changed. Isn't that? And I agree with these kids 100%. Mass shooting should not be the norm. It should not be the norm. Nothing happened in Vegas. Nothing changed in Vegas. Sandy Hook. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. But you gun owners want to keep your guns right, bear arms, Second Amendment. I got to protect them. I have to. I got to protect my guns. I got to. They're my guns. I get it. But fuck, man, think about the kids. Think about the future. And these kids are making an impact. Okay? And we as adults need to follow what the children are saying. We do. Because none of us are doing anything else. It's way too fishy and it's way too much bullshit that's going on in politics. Why is the NRA involved in politics in the first place? Why are they lobbyists? Why? I don't understand why. You know? I don't get it. I don't know what. They became a virus that crept through the system and slowly emerged into the AIDS of politics. They shouldn't sway any politician. They shouldn't sway any. And I get it. I'm with everybody, okay? Yes, it is a mental illness thing as well. No kid at that age should even think about shooting another child. Okay? Reagan shut down numerous hospitals in the 80s. Shut them all down to save money for the war on drugs. Isn't that stupid? The war on drugs, but yeah, you want to cut down mental hospital. Say no to drugs. But fuck the mental people. We don't care about them because Say No to Drugs is a campaign that we are collecting money off. The war on drugs is a lie. If kids want to do drugs, kids are going to do drugs. Okay? Let them harm themselves. They're not shooting people up. Think about it. I'd rather have my kid high off of their asses off of weed than holding a gun. And gun owners, you have a responsibility too, as a responsible gun owner. And I know you want your guns, but what is important? What do you think should be done? Don't just say it's a mental illness. It's not going to be just one law that's going to change everything. It's going to be multiple laws that are going to change a lot of things. America has hit a wall, and we're in a car wreck right now. Everything's scattered all over. Morals and values are upside down. You got kids calling adults by their first name. I remember one time one of my kids' friends came up to me and said, "Hi, Mike." I was like, I'm not Mike to you. It's Mr. Betancourt. I don't know you. We're not drinking buddies. I mean, I didn't say that, but I thought that. I just said, no, you can call me Mr. Betancourt. You know? It takes a village to raise a kid, and we don't have that anymore. Do you know how many times I've had my friends' kids come over, and some of them act up, and I straight up told them this, Corey. Check this out. I told them, I was like, look, man, you're in my house. You respect this house. Oh, okay, Mr. Betancourt. And then he started acting up one time, and a lot, like just completely acting apeshit crazy. You know what I did? I kicked him out of my house. I was like, get out of my house. What? Get out of my house. You're not welcome in here until you act right. And it was like 10 o'clock at night with all the families. All the families were here. We're having a good time, playing video games, drinking, having a great time. And this one kid was acting up. I was like, get the fuck out of my house. You're not welcome here. And the dad looked at me. He's like, and he looked at his son. Well, what are you going to do, son? You going to act right? Yes, I'll act right. Because it took a village. I'm not going to let some kid act like a maniac and go, oh, well, that's his kid. Not in my house. And that's what's important. We need to have morals and values come back. Have dinner with your family. Sit down. Turn off your cell phones. Interact. Find out what's going on with your kids. Talk to them. Yes, it's a lot of work being a parent. But guess what? It's not about you. It's about the future. You're not the future anymore. The children are. And we need to protect them. We need to be there. You know? Things need to change. They have to change. And this is
I saw a lot of families there, and no parent should ever have to decide if they can afford to save their child's life. It just shouldn't happen. You can, sorry. Okay, I'm good. Which happens to be my hometown and Cleto's hometown, Cleto Senior's hometown. I'm sorry for getting emotional. I'm not great with this kind of thing, but I just think it's important. You know, it's a terrifying thing.
Okay, that's enough. But that's what.
Damn.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh because Jimmy Kimmel has a great heart, but this is how fucked up our society is. that you see a host constantly crying on stage or on film, on camera, all the time, because that's how fucked up our society is. Jimmy Kimmel was part of the Man Show. Yeah, I'm a man. And now he's crying because who wouldn't cry? You know? We need to change the law so we can make Jimmy Kimmel stop crying. That's what we need to do. That's the only purpose. Because I don't want to see him cry anymore. I'm like, dude, I can't do it anymore, man. Enough is enough, bro. No more. I don't want to see. I flip the channels because I can't see him. He's the only one that cries a lot. And if I'm bagging on him because you went from the Man Show to crying all the time, and it needs to stop. There's an epidemic of hosts. Remember a long time ago when a host broke character? Exactly. It never happened. It never happened. They would say, "Oh, let's go to commercial. Give me a moment." I get collecting your thoughts, and I don't know. Maybe I'm an asshole. Maybe that's just me. Maybe it's just me being an asshole. Maybe I'm jaded because of how fucked up our society is. You know? Maybe it's just me. Is it me? I hope not. I don't want to be jaded. I want to have fun. You know? I want to have a good time with everybody. I love having fun. I love swimming. Oh, I want to get back into surfing. I do. You ever surfed, Corey?
No.
You want to try it?
Yeah.
We should try it, dude.
Throw it on the old bucket list.
We should. I went to the beach with the family the other day, and it was amazing. Not a care in the world. It was so funny when I was at the beach. I'm sorry. I don't mean to put my feet up there. What kind of disrespectful person I am. I'm having a good time here, and I'm putting my feet up on this empty chair. It's rude. You know why I say it's rude? Because Corey drinks whiskey, and I got to be a gentleman. But back to what I was saying. I don't understand why people go to beaches and constantly update their Facebook or Instagram status. I don't get it. You're at the beach. You don't need and you know how long it takes to update stuff on your phone or just on Instagram? It takes about like a minute or two. So you're spending a minute or two to log on Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat or whatever social media you use, and then you go, "Oh, hey guys, look at me, I'm at the beach. Check this out, I'm at the beach. We're having a great time at the beach." Who gives a flying fuck about what other people think? Who gives? And then you constantly check your likes. Fuck it. Turn off your cell phone and go to the beach and have a good time. Get dirty. Get sweaty. Enjoy it. Get covered in sand. Go look for crabs. Not that type of crabs, but real crabs. Go look for that. Have a great time. Enjoy life. Life's too serious nowadays. And I get it. We need to change everything. We have to do it it's going to be a lot of work. But these kids that don't have a chance to be kids anymore in Florida, their youth has been taken from them because now they're going to be the forefront. They're going to be future presidents, senators, congressmen, and I hope they do. And it's up to us, adults, to support them. They've got the fire. They've got the passion underneath them in their belly. And they're gonna go far, and they're gonna go places. They've already gave up their youth to dedicate their lives to change something. And it's up to us adults to support them. We have to. There's no other way. Because what else are we going to do? Go back to our regular ways and not talk about it and wait for another mass shooting? No. I don't want that to happen again. We need to change something. I think isn't there like a walkout March 24th or 14th or something like that? Where everyone gets up and walks out for 17 minutes. Oh, I know it's heavy. I'm sorry it's a heavy day. I really am. But you know what? It has to be sometimes. We have to. I can't be funny all the time and forget about it. You know? So I hope each and every one of you supports these kids. Support your own children. Be their protector. And do what it takes to make them safe. And, yeah. Thanks for listening. Corey, thanks for everything. I'm going to have some whiskey and cry now.
Yeah, put it downer, dude. Maybe go back and listen to last week's episode if you're on a downer from this one.
I know, right?
That was an amazing episode.
Thanks. I really appreciate that. So might as well just cancel this one?
We'll still put this one out. Give people options, but yeah.
Cool. All right. Thanks. Good night, guys.